All right, good morning, everybody. Crash Clark here with you. Welcome to a little streaming action. We're going to talk a little traffic for a little bit, but I got news for you. Not a whole lot happening on this Christmas Eve. By the way, Merry Christmas Eve to everybody, and Happy Hanukkah Eve, too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Hanukkah tomorrow, along with Christmas. It's only the fifth time since the 1900 that they both come together. So see that? One big grand celebration with all the lights and all the festivities. So enjoy with your friends and families and loved ones. Yeah, speaking of lights, we got a lot of flashing lights right here on the east side perimeter. This is what we've been looking at, and this has been pretty much our only problem all morning long. It was a jackknife tractor trailer, oddly enough, facing the wrong way. Not sure how they managed to do that, but this jackknife tractor trailer sits on the 285 southbound ramp from East Ponce. If you're not too familiar with that side in DeKalb County, right between the Stone Mountain Freeway and Memorial Drive, you've got Church Street and you've got East Ponce. You can exit and enter either one of them. Gets a little bit confusing, but you see that vehicle right there. This is a live look from the Sky Tracker as they're getting on from the Church Street side. It looks like they're kind of moving over a little bit. Maybe there could be some debris on that right side of the ramp. I did notice they were moving a couple of pieces of something out there, but the ramp is open. That's the good news. That's what you want to know. Heavy duty wrecker that was out there. They've managed to get that jackknife tractor trailer straightened up, and hopefully they're going to be clearing this scene soon. But it's just been a lot of flashing lights on the east side perimeter. And look at my overall map. Nothing but green. Now, if this were a normal day and not Christmas Eve, we would be flooded with some reds and some oranges and some yellows and probably a whole lot of icons indicating that we have wrecks. That is not the case. Again, here's our jackknife tractor trailer sitting on that East Ponce Church Street ramp to 285 southbound. And as we saw from the Sky Tracker, all lanes on 285 south are open and not impacted at all. So that's really good news there for friends that need to travel out a little bit early. Maybe you got some last minute shopping to do. Maybe you're one of those last minute travelers. Look at this though. Overall, nottin'. I just made up a new word. It's nothing and nada is nottin'. I'm talking 75, 85, Georgia 400 from the northern burbs. And we do know a lot of folks do travel 75 heading up towards Tennessee and points beyond that. But that we may see pick up a little later on this afternoon, those last minute travelers. In fact, if you were with us yesterday, we had a whole lot of traffic yesterday afternoon. There was nothing happening in the morning. Pretty similar to what we're dealing with right now. Very quiet in the morning, but we could see another one last push, and I think that's going to be downtown. In fact, GDOT with their forecast, they always give a 7-day travel forecast. With their forecast, they're predicting that between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. is when you're going to see most of that traffic. And of course, we know there's always that slow zone down on the south side, and it's hard to explain. It's a head scratcher. I've been doing this 36 years, and it's just one that it's just folks that come up from Locust Grove and McDonough into Stockbridge. So we get a huge, just a crunch of traffic heading northbound, and then even some southbounders too. Maybe you're off to my favorite place, Disney, Universal, or just the beaches down in Fort Lauderdale. Here's even more better news from GDOT. They have suspended their construction-related lane closures. This went into place 5 a.m. yesterday. It'll stay in place until 10 p.m. Sunday, January 5th. Yeah, it'll take us all the way through until the 5th of January, 2025. Just please, as I always say, watch your speed in all those GDOT work zones, because you never know, even though they don't seem to be active and GDOT's not planning anything, if there's ever any kind of emergency repair or a pothole or something that kind of pops up in one of those construction zones, obviously they've got to get out there and repair that. So just please always pay attention, put the phones down, especially if you're making a transitional ramp through some of those GDOT areas. I know a lot of work obviously just completed on 400 and 285, and we see a lot of work on 285 near I-20 over DeKalb County. Obviously not the case as they suspend all those construction-related lane closures. All right, if you're off to Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport and you always zip through downtown, keep doing that. It is not bad as folks make their way in from 17th Street, Atlantic Station area. We call that the Brookwood Split in case you're new to town. And that just takes you all the way around the Grady Curve to the south side, Highway 166, Langford Parkway. And believe me, it's 10 minutes or less on either side of the connector, whether you're heading north or southbound. As far as the rest of the roads leading to Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, you're going to love that as well. I'm in Sandy Springs. That's where I live. So I always like to, if I'm not going through downtown, I take the west side perimeter and I head 285 past the Cloverleaf. I head south to Camp Creek, and then you just you cut over and you head east on Camp Creek, and it puts you right there, College Park, right by the airport. So easy way to go there. Coming up from the south side, I-85 up from Coweta County to the airport, looking good. 75, not bad. Clayton, Henry, Butts County, and that south side perimeter. And you're going to like this. We had Ariana Maniz has been at the airport giving us live updates. And at times, the main checkpoint went to about 15, 20, 25 minutes. But now I just took a peek. All TSA security checkpoints are less than 15 minutes. So not a bad time to be on the roads, not a bad time to be at the airport. I did some traveling on Christmas Eve once. I was coming back from Pensacola to here in Atlanta. I was one of 6 people on a rather large plane. It was interesting. The flight attendant said, "You just sit anywhere you want, just not first class." I was like, oh, come on. I did grab some leg room, though, and I sat in the emergency exit aisle. They were very nice to accommodate me. Here's the big 3, and this has not changed since we come on the air at 4:30 this morning. How about 9 minutes, Marietta, from 75 southbound Barrett Parkway to I-285, and I mean even points beyond that. Emerson, Alatoona, Cartersville, no matter where you're coming in from, Bartow, Cherokee, Cobb County, even 575 from Ball Ground, Canton, Holly Springs, Woodstock. You guys are loving life right now. Georgia 400, I'll be hitting that later on this evening, but for now, Windward Parkway and Alpharetta all the way down to 285. That's a quick 12-minute ride. Look at that speed, too, 70 miles. Okay, it just dropped to 69 miles an hour. See that? Wanted to make a liar out of me. And of course, I-85, one of the hot spots that we always look for, usually a little after 6 o'clock. What are we now? About 7:15. That's usually by now a 30 to 40 minute ride with condition red. Not the case. Wide open, 10 minutes from 316 down through Spaghetti Junction, where 285 and I-85 meet up. And there's that downtown drive I was talking about. As far as less than 10 minutes, it's 8 minutes on either side of your downtown connector, 75, 85. So a lot of green on the maps. I'm going to give you a live look. That is I-85 as folks make their way down from Pleasant Hill, 316, basically from Duluth through Norcross. And again, that's usually bumper to bumper, but this is what you get. Christmas Eve. Tomorrow, it'll be even less. If you got to travel or do anything on Christmas Day, it'll be even more wide open than it is right now, but not a whole lot happening in the world of traffic. And again, later on this afternoon, we'll probably see a little bit of an influx, some last-minute travelers. I would imagine folks like Aisha Howard, who still has shopping to do. She'll be out and about, but hopefully be settled in by 12, 1, 2 o'clock, because I think around 3, 4, 5 o'clock is when we'll see that last push of travelers. And even that, it's not as intense as it was yesterday or a couple days ago when folks were really getting ready to head out for the holidays. I think we'll just get one last little push. I'll be back at 4 o'clock. We'll be live. We go on at 4 o'clock with our newscast, so we'll certainly have you covered. Melissa Nord will probably be here. If not, she's not here. Nicole Hartford will be here. But either way, they'll get you covered and keep you all up to date with all your weather impacts, just in case. I know it's chilly out there right now. Chesley McNeil has been warning us to bundle up. So if you are going to do that last-minute shopping, bundle up. Hey, while I got you on real quick, let's take a peek at the downtown connector. I can switch my cameras. Wow, look at that. That is the connector at University, and as we've been saying all morning long, not a bad ride, especially if you got to get to the airport. Take the connector south right through town, depending on where you got to start and where you got to finish, the east and west side perimeters, and even the south side. All looking good. All right, if something does break, obviously we got you covered, 11alive.com, no worries. And we're going to get you a traffic update and a little bit of a news update at 726 Live as well. So there you go, folks. Hopefully you're enjoying the start of the big Christmas and Hanukkah holiday, as it is Christmas Eve and Hanukkah Eve. We wish you the best and the merriest of times with your friends and family. Please be safe if you have to travel. Buckle up, pay attention, watch your speed, and of course, never, ever, ever drink and drive. Be safe, folks. We'll talk to you soon.